Okay, folks, I haven't filmed in quite a while because Raki's not doing very well. If you follow me on Instagram, I made a few posts about it. But Raki's an old dog and things got scary really quickly. I also got a diagnosis for him and he has cancer. So a few days after that diagnosis came in and I spent the few days crying nonstop. He just was not doing well at all, and it was really scary nights. One night I really thought it was the end. But yeah, as of right now, he's basically gone back to normal. Which I am a little bit, tentative of, wary of, not weary, a little bit weary, but I've just been through such an emotional roller coaster for the past 2 weeks at this point. But either way, it's kind of at the point where it's just gonna play out how it will, and he's doing a lot better right now the past couple days, so now I feel better to film. And like I said, either way, it's just gonna go the way it goes, and we have to make the most of our time and enjoy our time, enjoy our spooky season that we love so much. I'm just saying Raki also loves it, just because I don't think Raki has a specific season he likes. Anyways, but with all that, I haven't been doing any Halloween-y things. I haven't even decorated for Halloween and it's already October. That's crazy. That's so unlike me. Have I even really been reading October-y things? Not really. I haven't really even been reading because it's been, I can't focus on anything. But I did read a book the other day that I really enjoyed. It's going to be out on October 14th. I got an advanced copy of the audiobook, and it is called Recipes for an Unexpected Afterlife by Destin J. Munden. This comes out October 14th, and it was so good. It was a cozy fantasy. I really loved it. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I've really been, during this time, I just really wanted a cozy fantasy, something heartwarming and comforting, and this delivered. It is very much like Legends and Lattes. It kind of follows a similar cadence, but the world is so rich. I just love all the different kinds of characters. It's very like those games people play. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't really know fully what it's about, but I feel like what I perceive about it is that there's all kinds of magical creatures and species, so that's kind of what this was. And why don't we have more books like that, It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It also had a different aspect to it than the usual fantasies we see. A romance is the prominent relationship, but this was not that. This was a different kind of relationship. It was more of family. I also read The Crescent Moon Tea Room, and I enjoyed that as well. Had a cozy vibe towards the beginning, but not so much the end, but it was still really interesting. Witches, Three Sisters, In the Company of Witches was also really cozy. I'm just kind of giving you my recent reads and kind of recommendations. This is Witches. The main character doesn't... I'm mixing up books. No, it's her. Now that I'm thinking about it, In the Company of Witches and the newer book, The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, are suspiciously similar, but they are very cozy, and they have the cozy in bed and breakfast vibe where the main character is a witch who doesn't really have her powers or is not really using their powers. Maybe don't read them back to back because they're a little bit similar. I'd say read In the Company of Witches first because that came out first. Anyways, wait, I'm gonna splice this in here. Just remembered I also read Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood. It's a very short story in a collection of... I don't know what the collection is called, but it was so good and I wish it was longer. It was really good. I really loved the concept. So sad. So I was thinking maybe read the other ones, but they're all by different authors, the collection. I think all vampire related, but I want more of this one. Oh, Mate comes out this Tuesday. So those are my recent reads. What I'm planning to read next, though, I, of course, as per usual, have no idea. I do have an idea. I really want to read The Halloween Tree, I think by Ray Bradbury, but I also am thinking, should I save it for a little bit closer to Halloween? I also the whole thing with Raki while that was going down. Alchemized came out, and I don't have the capacity to read that right now or anytime soon, really, since things are still kind of on the edge. So that was kind of my big reading plans for the beginning of October, end of September, beginning of October. because I figured it would take me a long time to read. But yeah, that's scrapped. So I didn't really have anything else planned. Luckily, this most recent read, The Recipe for Unexpected Afterlife, came up and it was exactly what I needed. Perfect. Whatchamacallit. Oh, I also got an advanced listener copy of Undead and Unwed by Sam Cheetah. That sounds really good, but it's a Christmas book, so I'm not going to read it right now. That's not the vibe. What else is not the vibe is this camera never wanting to focus. Also this month I'm trying to read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, some more Edgar Allan Poe stories, but I haven't really had time to like sit down and write my TBR for the month, so I'm going to do that this evening or tomorrow. I also want to read The Road Through the Wall by Shirley Jackson and another Shirley Jackson book, but I don't remember the title, but I heard somebody talking about it, like what it was about, and I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting, I want to read that, but I don't remember what book that was, so I'll have to figure that out. And there are a lot of books, of course, coming out throughout the month, so let's now finally set ourselves up for October. I of course don't have most of my Halloween decorations because they're all in storage. Any kind of like spooky decor that I brought with me are like my year-round stuff, so I did pick up a few things over the summer, but mostly what I have been collecting is for like a Halloween package for my friends, which I'm also going to pack so that I can take to the post office tomorrow. But over the summer I was just slowly collecting random bits here and there of Halloween stuff so that I could send to my friends, just like a little Halloween care package. So I'm gonna get to decorating and make the space feel cozy so that we can really enjoy our Halloween season together, because that's all we can do. He agrees. He's excited to celebrate Halloween. It's supposed to finally get cold this coming Tuesday, and I'm very excited about it. And I've been looking for some sweaters for Rocky because the vet also said that he's like running really cold. So I've been trying very hard to keep him warm, but he doesn't want to lay on his heating pad. Okay, let's talk about the journaling system that I'm currently using without yapping too much because I'm such a yapperino. I already tried to record this once and I just kept going on random tangents. Girl, like, save it for the Patreon podcast, okay? But I have moved into a new system because of everything that happened with Rocky. Like, I did not have the willpower, the fortitude, the mental capacity to sit down and journal the way that I normally journal. And it's also like a big part of it is memory keeping, and I didn't want to keep those memories. That was very traumatizing, depressing time when his decline was really happening. He's, leveled out now, but, it still fluctuates somewhat day to day. Some days are really hard, some days are much better, but anyways, so I stopped using my journal, which is a binder A6, I think. I don't even know at this point. I had been using that very customized to the way that I like to journal. And what I've over the years found that how I like to do things. I don't like it being rigid, structured, like specific lines printed out in a page. I don't like that. I want my own thing and to make it all up on my own at this point. But because of everything, I felt like I needed a little bit more structure again. And I was also, during the same time, I was getting swept up in the Hobonichi craze, which happens every single year. The Hobonichi planners for 2026 or for the next year come out, and the designs are beautiful. Everybody's so excited about it, and so I get excited about it, and I really want one, but I, really could not afford to spend that money. Also this year it's really like a lot more expensive because of the tariffs. So, and I didn't even know if I would like to move back into a Hobonichi, something more structured, and especially for an entire year. I don't know about that. So I was like, maybe I could get a 2025 weeks at a reduced price, since it's most of the year is gone, and trial it out in there. Literally couldn't find it anywhere. Nobody had it. So and as well, I was thinking spring start. Nope, nobody had it. So then I realized I have a traveler's notebook, and they probably have an insert that looks like a week's, or I can just, make it myself, get a gridded one and draw the lines. And I have a traveler's notebook that I've been using, very, very kindly gifted to me by Eileen. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful, and it's so beautiful, and I'm very good for it. And I want to use it more in like more daily setting, just because I love it. It's so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for it. I want to put it into more use, and I've been using it with the insert of just a lined insert notebook thing. What do you call these? Like little booklets, inserts. I've been using it as like a diary, and I've been enjoying that, but I haven't journaled since, or diaried since today. No, I haven't diaried since September 12th. I just checked it earlier, and I was like, damn, it's been a while. But also, I don't want to really be writing down all this traumatizing stuff because it's really depressing. But I mean, yeah, I have to go through whatever. Tangents, girl. Keep it together. But I also really hate snapping. Like, I hate when my sister snaps. Girl, the tangents. She's fighting demons over here. Anyways, so I was like, let's just I ordered it from Amazon, okay? I got this insert because, again, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on anything, because as well, I don't know if I'm going to stick to the system, but I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I've been really enjoying it. Back in the day when I first started journaling, the big thing was bullet journaling, and those people were doing, very rigid structures and tracking how many cups of water they drank in a day, how many I don't even know what did they how many times they wiped their butt a day. It was just so that was so antithetical to me at that time. I was like, oh, that sounds like a miserable existence, like a miserable way to journal. It just really was not my vibe. And, obviously I get that it's for some people, and apparently it's for me now, because I have things in my life that again, because of my bad short-term memory, I need to be, tracking certain things. So I made a key, and I had also been kind of reaching more towards that sort of journaling as well, tracking a few more things, but I made a key and kind of a setup, and so that's what I put into this weekly spread every week, which I used to on the grid page just do like a little collage so that I could flip through and see what I did every single week, and at a glance through pictures, because I'm a creative gal, but yeah, I just needed the space to like track my meds, make sure I'm taking them every day, because it's super important, for my anxiety and stuff, and vitamins and blah blah, and like what days I change my bed sheets or swept, because that's like something that gets affected with my bad short-term memory, and I want to be better at it. So anyways, and other things like water levels and coffees, I don't really care about that, but it filled out the space, so I added it. And it's fun, it just kind of reminds me to do things as well during the day, so that's nice. But that's how I've been journaling, and it's, of course, a work in progress, but that's how all journaling is. And yeah, that's my current setup, is really just using a traveler's notebook with inserts, and yeah, that's all. I do miss doing the collaging journaling, so once things slow down a bit, I look forward to getting back to that. Finally cold outside. I'm very happy. It really feeds my soul, and just the brisk fresh air, it just feels way fresher when it's cool. Very grateful. And it was a beautiful gloomy morning as well. Rainy, little pitter patter, fell back asleep. My back hurt really bad this morning, so it was just a nice balm to that. But I mostly ran errands today with my mom. She had a couple of things she needed to go pick up, so I drove her, and I just wanted to stop in at Half Price Books because I love books and I haven't bought a book in a million years because rocky vet bills. So yeah, stopped in Half Price Books. I was mostly looking for horror books to add to my to build my October TBR, because I still haven't done it yet, but I didn't really find anything for that. But I of course did pick up some books. I read this in the summer, The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and I had been looking for a copy of it, but I didn't really like any of the newer copies, and I figured there's probably tons of cool older books in used bookstores, and then I kind of forgot about it, but this caught my eye while I was there, and I decided to pick it up. I had wanted it because I wanted to annotate, but it's been a while, so I don't really remember what the sections I wanted to bookmark were, so I'll just have to wait for a reread to do that annotating, which I'm looking forward to reading it again, maybe in a few months' time. I don't know. Not the moment right now. I got this beautiful copy, the art on this cover. It's just so beautiful. I've kind of recently been getting a lot of like shorter books, like kind of like mass market paperback height. I think, yeah, there's a clip earlier in this video of me putting all of those onto a little shelf because I was moving around some furniture, and so I decided to put them all together. And I don't know what it is, like a little shorter book. I was like looking in that section of books there, and this caught my eye because it's just so beautiful. And like, I don't really remember what Beowulf is about. I know I used to know, but all I remember really is that we don't know who wrote it, but it says Song of Wars and Kings. Beowulf rings with a beauty, power, and artistry that have kept it alive for more than 12 centuries. 12 centuries? I was just sitting here reading a little bit of it. I got another copy of Pride and Prejudice because one can never have too many copies of this, and I just loved the art on the cover of this. And this is a little bit, I had wanted like a shorter one, you know, like the ones I was just talking about, but they didn't have any. They only had like Persuasion and something else, Sense and Sensibility. I also got from my friend Ashley, I'm doing like little packages and I'm already procrastinating packing them. It's already Tuesday, but doing little like Halloween packages for my friends. And I wanted to pick up a VHS for my friend Ashley because she has, you know, a TV that plays VHS, and she's been doing a lot of collecting recently. And I don't know what she has, but I've gone out on a limb and picked up the money for her. I feel like that's something she would like, you know? So that's what I got from Half Price Books. And I do feel a little bit off this evening though, so I'm going to take an early shower, wash my hair because my hair also feels not correct, and finish up reading Breaking Dawn, because that's what I've been reading for all of yesterday, and I didn't finish it last night, so I'm going to finish it now and then move on to one of the new releases that came out today, which I have options. I'll let you know what I decide on, but I reread Breaking Dawn pretty often. There's just something about it that's so easy to just put on, enjoy, and it flies by. I don't know what it is, and it's not like, I don't know, I can't explain it. I finished Breaking Dawn and promptly moved on to Mate by Allie Hazelwood. It's the second book. The first book is Bride. Enjoyed Bride. A little cringe here and there. But that's just because I wasn't like really used to reading contemporary when I read that. I think contemporary is always, or it's not contemporary, but it kind of takes place in like modern world and has some references, but it's also like written by a contemporary author, so it has that like contemporary flavor of writing that I don't love, but have come to just like enjoy for what it is. But yeah, the point is I enjoyed Bride, and I didn't quite know what this book was about. I kind of, I guess, thought that it was a continuation with the same characters, but no, it's different, like main characters. It's a different couple than the first book, and Bride was about a vampire werewolf union. This is about a werewolf and half werewolf, half human mate, rejected mate kind of situation. Exactly. Don't love werewolves. I am much more of a vampire gal, but we will read it, okay? And so far, it's pretty good. It's just like such a clever writing, and I really like the characters so far, so that's good. Very entertaining. But now I am in bed a little bit later than I had meant to, because I was like, oh, it's still so early, and then I got distracted doing a bunch of random things. Now it is so late, so I would really like to continue reading more of this, but I should stop and go to sleep. But I have very bad self-control, so I might just listen to more. But I'm 28% through so far. It's a really short book, 6 hours to 3 hours for my pace. Okay, no, it's like 7 hours-ish. That's my reading update, and I will enjoy this book. Bye-bye.